very tough section of the draw you were in, and the Kyrgios and Gulbis and everything. Just how good do you think the level was that you were able to play in these first two matches, and is it frustrating that it's happening so fast?
Yeah, for sure. It's frustrating to lose today, especially that tie in a match for tiebreak. But I think the level today was quite good. I'm happy if I look at the big picture. I'm happy with my level, the way I was moving, the way I'm playing in general. I think he also played really well. For sure, when it's that tight, the match can change for 1-2 points. I missed few little points that could have changed the match, but he played better in general. I think. Yeah, it's tough to lose second round. It's tough to. Yeah, it's frustrating to lose early here, as I want to go deeper and I want to win more matches. But again, if I take some distance and see a little bit everything I've done the last few months to get at that level, I'm quite happy and I'm looking forward for the rest of the year.
Stan, I just spoke with Carlos Moya earlier this afternoon, who said that he thinks there's a group of players with a different mentality, with a different idea for the future of the game in terms of Chris Commode's future. Your email came out last night, which I'm sure everyone's seen. Do you agree with Carlos? Do you think there's a group of players who are taking the direction of the game potentially in the wrong way? And do you have anything to say to those players that you haven't said in the email?
Well, I think I've been talking to a lot of players recently, and I think they all see that right now is quite going the right direction with Chris Kermode, and there is a lot of support about him in general. I think I already talk about it a lot. There is maybe a few little group of players that want to change completely. I don't think is the best idea for the tennis, but now we need to see what's going to happen in the next few weeks, months.
And will you do anything to further your agenda? Will you be pushing internally to rally support, or will you leave it now that you've said your piece?
I think it's quite clear how and who decide about it. So now I think if you've been to a few press conferences, you can see who's quite a lot of players are supporting what's in now in the tennis, and hopefully you can keep and stay here, Chris.
Stan, do you think it's obviously not a good situation if there's a majority of players who think Chris is doing a good job, and then the player council is not listening to the players themselves?
Yeah, I think we need to see, like, if you talk about it, that's mean you saw a little bit what happened. I think there is a lot of people were not didn't realize this was happening, and now if you like, I would say that's more player getting involved to know exactly what's going to happen, what's not going to happen, what's the best, and everybody's starting to talk a little bit more about it.
Rafa was one of those players who said he'd not been kind of consulted. Do you find that particularly worrying that they're not reaching out to the most experienced guys on the tour? And Rafa and Roger have both said they're quite keen to collar Novak and talk to him about it. Will you be trying to do the same thing and kind of have a kind of face-to-face discussion with him as the president?
Well, no, I for sure I was surprised that Rafa didn't know about it, and that showed the situation how difficult it is right now. But again, as I say, now there's a lot of things came out in the press. Now everybody's talking about it. So we had the players meeting here, and I think it's going to go in the right direction, at least for all the players to talk and to have some ideas.
Just leaving here, but still discussions going on and having to leave the tournament not make you nervous if things are happening more when people aren't looking, I guess? And
sorry?
Now that you're going home, presumably, does it make you more nervous that discussions and things can be changing here on the ground in Melbourne without a lot of players? Even more so, discussions are still happening with a small group. But and also separately, Justin Gimelstob has been is one of the player reps on the board and is facing criminal charges in the U.S. And are you comfortable with his continuing role given those circumstances?
Well, I think the next big meeting is going to be around Indian Wells anyway, so that's why all going to happen at the end of the day. That's why there is a board and a council. It's for them to decide what's happening. But and about Justin is as long as like all the other players said, is not guilty. So as long as he didn't got to the courts yet, it's tough to say something.
Stan, considering when you look back at where you were last year, physically and everything, and what you went through to get back to this point, how far do you think you've come in that time?
No, I think it's completely. It's been a long way to get back, and again, as I said, today I'm sad and frustrated. But in general, if I take some distance with it, and I'm happy to see that I'm able to play again this level, able to move that well. I've been practicing really well. The off season was great. So again, I need to be patient in general for the results. I know that if I keep doing the things I'm doing day by day, that I will get some big result, and I will come back in the ranking somewhere. So in general, I'm really happy. I have to keep pushing and keep doing the right things. For the season is long, 11 months. There's a lot of tennis to be played, so hopefully I will achieve some things.
Sorry, just to go back to the politics. You're very good friends with Novak, and
I'm good friends with everybody. So
I know. That's true, but especially Novak. You've known him for a long time. He sort of, when he was talking in press, he was saying he always gets the blame for this kind of thing. Do you think that's fair?
Always get what?
He gets the blame. He gets singled out as the person who's trying to push everything. Is that correct? Is it fair?
But I think he's also the president of the council. He's the #1 player. He's the best player into this council also. So for sure, if you look, he's at the head of the spot there. But again, I think there's for sure a lot of talk going on. I'm pretty sure nothing happened here. So that means there is also some stuff that are putting on stand to see really, and that everybody can think about it. So we will see. I think we can only see what's going to happen in the next few months.